So, a few days ago we got a little insight at the skill trees within The Witcher 3. My name is Stalli111 and welcome to The Witcher 3 Game Talk. Today I will be talking about the combat and magical skills and abilities within The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Skills and abilities within The Witcher 3 are going to be a little bit different than previous Witcher games. In The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, the player has 4 different skill trees to choose from, and 70 skills in total to invest points into. The skill may equip only 12 of these skills at a given time, but they can be swapped out should the player wish to do so. The player will also be able to refund his or her skill points during the game. Let's look at this screenshot. These are the skills. The red one is combat, the blue one is for magic or signs, the green one is for alchemy and the mixing of elixirs, and the 4th skill category is just general skills. So let's look into the combat skill trees. The first skill tree is Fast Attack, which is performing a fast melee attack with either of the 2 sword types. The first skill in the tree is Muscle Memory. It's a buff of 5% extra damage for fast attacks. The next one is Precise Cuts, which increases the critical chance of fast attacks by 2% and their damage by 15%. Whirlwind, which is a continuous attack aimed for all the enemies surrounding Geralt. While active, this will drain your endurance, and then when your endurance is completely out, it will drain your adrenaline. The final skill in the fast attack skill tree is Mutilation, which inflicts bleeding to your opponent, which deals 25 damage to them every single second for roughly 5 seconds. The next skill tree is Strong Attack, the more powerful attack that ignores any armor ratings. The first skill is Strength Training, which increases the damage of the strong attack by 5%. Crushing Blow, much like Precise Cuts, increases the chance of criticals by 2% and their damage by 15% in the strong attacks. Cleave. It inflicts increased damage in proportion to the used endurance, and it ignores your enemy's defense and increases critical chance by 10%. And the final skill of the strong attack is Fulminant Strike. It reduces the enemy defense by 5%. The defense skill tree contains Wolf School defense techniques, starting off with Arrow Deflection, which allows the deflection of arrows while parrying, which we have seen in trailers already. Footwork, which reduces the damage taken while dodging. Riposte is the next attack after a successful counterattack, which deals an increased damage of 30% for every level of skill. And the final defense skill is Deadly Precision. Every point of adrenaline increases your instant kill chance by 1%. Every point of adrenaline increases your instant kill chance by 1%. The next tree is Marksmanship, which allows you to wield a light handheld crossbow. Starting with Lightning Reflexes, time is slowed by an additional 15% while aimed with the crossbow. Next one is Cold Blood. Every successful hit with the crossbow generates adrenaline. Knowledge of Anatomy increases critical chance by 5%. And finally, Weak Spot. Critical hits from the crossbow disable monster special abilities for 5 seconds. And the final skill tree, which is Battle Trance. This allows blows landing in combat to generate adrenaline, which the more of will increase the weapon damage. Sadly, we only know the first skill of this tree currently, and that is Resolve, which lowers the point lossage of adrenaline on taking damage. Which skill tree sounds most interesting to you? To progress in each tier, you will need to apply a certain amount of points. To advance from tier 1 to 2, you'll need to use 8 skill points. To tier 2 to 3, 20 skill points. And 30 points for tier 3 to 4. And you can spend from 1 to 5 points per skill, depending on the category. Now, let's take a quick look at the magical skills. So there is Ard, as we know, as one of Geralt's 5 sign abilities, starting with Long Ard, which increases Ard range by 1 meter. Then, Ard Circle, which is an alternate sign mode. Ard works on every enemy around Geralt when in this mode, and the knockdown chance is reduced by 21%. The power of Ard Sign which just increases Ard intensification by 5%. And finally, Shockwave, which just allows Ard now to deal 50 damage. Sorry to be a total downer here, but the rest of the skill trees haven't been revealed or leaked to the public just yet. There's 4 more signed skill trees, Igni, Irdin, Ven, and Axea. There will also be 10 general skills and 20 alchemy skills that we'll talk about in another video when we have more info. Hopefully this is soon so I can add the rest of the signed skill trees as well onto the end of that video. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed learning some of the skill trees from within The Witcher 3. Hopefully there will be a part 2 to this before the actual release of the game. My name is Stalli111 and make sure to drop a like, drop a comment and subscribe if you've not done so already. And I'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.